Poem Once Upon a Time. Poet Gabriel Okara. About the author. A Nigerian poet and novelist. His verse has been translated into several languages. His poem, The Call of the River Nun, won the Best Award for Literature at the Nigerian Festival of Arts in 1953. About the poem. The title clearly indicates about the past. A fairy tale may be in a poetic form. The poet addresses his poem to his son. He brings about the difference between the behavior of the people in the past and their behavior at present. First stanza, the poet starts the poem Once upon a time, son. From the phrase Once upon a time, the poet conveys how people behaved in the past. Maybe the poet thinks that expecting sincerity in people's action is like a fairy tale, which is not real. The poet is talking to his son. They refer to Nigerian people. Laugh with their hearts. It reveals real gladness. Laugh with their teeth. It reveals one's external showy love. Ice block, cold ice refer to people's insensitivity and lack of gentle emotions to fellow being in the society. Searching behind the poet's shadow means the people have a habit of accepting shadows rather than accepting real people. The poet is sad and helpless. He feels nostalgic and the last charm of society once upon a time. In second stanza, the poet expresses that there was a time, that is in the past, the people used to shake hands with their hearts. Now people expresses fake intimacy with people they don't like. They shake hands without hearts. While shaking hands with their right hands, people extend their left hand into their friends' pockets. In this para, the poet says that friendship and intimacy is all for selfish motives. Third stanza. In the first line of this stanza, feel at home, come again. The poet uses fake cordiality. People welcome the guests for 2 times, but third time they will treat the guests differently. People repeatedly invite their friends, but they don't expect them to accept the invitations. They invite without any sincerity. There no third time. It refers when the poet visits someone for the third time, the host will get fed up and slam the door. The host won't allow the author to come into his house. Fourth stanza, the poet says that he have learned many things. The poet has learned how to change faces according to different situation. The poet is forced to wear faces because many people wear smiles like dresses, and none is sincere and honest. Fifth stanza, the poet has learned to laugh artificially with his teeth and shake hands without his heart. He desires to learn how to say goodbye in an unnatural way. Good riddance means it is an expression of relief at being free of any unwanted person. He says, glad to meet you, without being glad. He says, it's being nice talking to you, even though being bored of talking. Sixth stanza, the poet is asking his son to teach how to behave as a young boy. The poet is getting tired of all the artificial and unnatural attitude of people. The poet is referring, laughing unnaturally and shaking hands inwardly with contempt and hatred, but outwardly with a fake smile are the muting things. The artificial smile of the poet made his teeth look in the mirror like those of a snake's fangs. The last stanza, the poet asks his son to show how to laugh and smile. The message in this stanza conveyed that the poet wants the younger generation to behave naturally and sincerely.